DayZ standalone is a drug, my drug, and I'm forever addicted. Don't get me wrong, it's not a cripplingly dangerous addiction, more of a forever flourishing romanticized love kind of addiction. Right off the bat, I want to make some things clear. This game is objectively bad. It's a slow-paced running and looting simulator that will probably bore a lot of you to death. It's a game where you can run 6 hours and only kill one person. A game that tries to be as realistic and punishing as possible. And with all that said, it's arguably the greatest game of all time. Or goat with a stutter. Yes, I'm insensitive enough to make the joke but too chicken to actually say it. But I do actually believe that. Not in the humorous joke, that's without doubt, but in that extremely biased statement I made. DayZ Standalone is arguably the greatest game of all time. For those of you who don't know anything about DayZ, here's a quick summary. After a zombie apocalypse destroyed most of society, players must survive in a zombie-infested world. The game has no rules you must follow, but instead forces players to use their own moral compass. If I were to sum up DayZ Standalone in as few words as possible, I would need just 2. It's cold. What about 3 words? It's cold. It's a game that feels cold and in need of some heat, and I'm not speaking metaphorically, I'm literal when saying that. The game needs you to give it warmth, and it will actually reward you for it. Okay game, I'm wearing a hat, jacket, and warm pants. Happy? Oh yes. Yes I am. The developers at Bohemia Interactive wanted to feel as though the air is crisp in our lungs and biting on our skin. It's odd because it can make you feel cold, especially if you're playing alone with your game volume turned up to dull your surrounding sound. For those of you with no reference, this. Sure, being cold isn't a bloody identity, but it's a start. Tell me this, name another game where you can feel the temperature. Oh wait, The Long Dark. Shut up. I'm back. Where was I going and what was I trying to say? Oh yes, it's a strange feeling sitting in the dark, hopefully over a dead body, just nursing yourself or maybe a friend back to health. It really forces you to reflect on it, not because it was so exhilarating, which it was, but because you got shot. Yeah, that shockingly hurts, who knew? And now you have to pay the price of time. It's a simple trade really, and the reason why this game is so good. If you die or get badly hurt, you waste time. Literal time, your time, and that trade makes the risk feel so much more real. Just getting shot can take time away from the quote-unquote fun parts of the game, forcing you to wait in limbo before you are healed enough to tank another bullet. For those of you who haven't played the game yet and don't understand what I meant by nursing, it's the practice of keeping all player statuses pointing up. For example, if you're thirsty, drink, hungry, eat some food, and if you're cold, cuddle your buddy for warmth. The last one will be hard if you're solo, but you'll get creative. Perfect. Now you know how to heal after any encounter and gain an everlasting friendship. But if you actually want to know, light a fire, wring out wet and soaked clothing, or use hot paws. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really does help me out a lot. Thank you. Okay, we move on. Literally and figuratively, because it is a running simulator and the show must continue. I'm gonna give you guys a hypothetical DayZ scenario that is probably pretty likely. In this hypothetical world, you and your friend build a base just southwest of Kamink's military base. For those of you that aren't adept in the map known as Chernors Plus, here. You hop on and run a quick tissy run, but die in the process. Now you have to run for the next hour and a half. Keep in mind this video is for new players trying to get back to your base. Let's run that time into other forms. That's 1 movie, 2.25 games of Valorant, 18 games of Rocket League, or a batch of biscotti. Oh, how delightful. Unless your friends are on and have a car ready, but let's be honest, you probably don't have friends or a car, nerd. Or you're like me and your friends avoid this game like it's the fucking Black Death. Yo, wanna run some DayZ?
I would, but I actually dropped my PC the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, where were we? Oh yeah, you have to pay the price of time. Nothing in this game is fast. What about death? Fine, accept death. Which transitions us into our next point, paranoia. When I speak of paranoia, I'm not referring to gear fear, more the fear of breaking silence. Nothing is scarier than running in the middle of nowhere with the sweet sound of wildlife around you. What the? Seriously, I don't fear death in this game and I actually like gearing a new character back up, but I do pee my pants every time someone decides to jump scare me with an AK-74. Sure, it's scary that one clean shot could end your life at any moment, but it's unlikely. In fact, I I'd go as far as to say the DayZ community isn't notorious for their aiming prowess, but instead their patience. And their dash and good looks. No, but for real, life in Chernores isn't all bad. I at least think Charles Darwin would have enjoyed it. The community, combat, and morals. To be honest, I don't know too much about the community other than how they are in game. I do know a lot of people on vanilla servers still hold the old DayZ mentality and respect a friendly encounter. I personally like to sit on the side of caution, so I normally keep a little tension on my trigger. Just play safe and with your guard held. Worst case scenario is you have to kill them. A lot of people don't actually want to kill you, but will if needed. Roleplay, or at least humanity, shines through for those who look for it. I guess it's not that deep. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people actually like to lose themselves in the world and live an almost second life. I decided to put combat and morals together because I feel it fit. Here's some quick do's and don'ts for PvP. Alright, do's and don'ts, ready? If gun in hand, kill. If gun on back, don't. If they are wearing a skull face mask, kill. If they are sporting a cowboy hat, don't. Let's make this super simple. If they are wearing militant gear, chances are they want to fight. If they're wearing hunting gear or anything that looks less tryhard, then it's pretty safe to assume they're just content with surviving. Guess I really don't have anything else to say. I forgot to say this while recording the video, but number one rule is no mic, no life. So if you are interested in playing it, I do highly recommend it. I endorse the game. I love the game. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. It really does help me out. I am at like 24 subscribers, so getting to 25 would be pretty dope.